A powerful ice storm recently struck central and eastern Ontario, leaving widespread damage, power outages, and hazardous conditions across the region. The storm, which began in late March 2025, brought with it a mixture of freezing rain, snow, and sleet, making it one of the most severe weather events the area has experienced in years. The ice storm initially hit areas such as Ottawa, Kingston, and the Greater Toronto Area, GTA, with freezing rain beginning to fall heavily in the early morning hours. Temperatures hovered just below the freezing mark, making it the perfect setup for a significant ice storm. As the freezing rain continued to fall, trees and power lines became coated in thick layers of ice, causing branches to break and lines to snap. The weight of the ice proved too much for many trees, leading to extensive damage in residential areas, parks, and along highways. One of the most immediate impacts of the storm was the widespread power outages. Thousands of homes and businesses in the affected areas were left without electricity as fallen trees and branches took down power lines. The ice also caused a number of transformers to blow, further complicating the efforts to restore power. Many residents were without power for hours, while some faced extended outages lasting several days due to the severity of the damage. Crews from Ontario Power Generation, OPG, and other utility companies worked around the clock to restore power, but the sheer scope of the damage made progress slow. Transportation was another major challenge as the ice storm wreaked havoc on roads and highways. The freezing rain created treacherous driving conditions, with many drivers losing control of their vehicles on slick, icy roads. Local authorities issued numerous warnings about hazardous conditions, urging people to stay off the roads if possible. For those who had to travel, the storm led to traffic delays, accidents, and road closures. Public transit systems in major cities, including Toronto and Ottawa, also faced disruptions due to the accumulation of ice on rail tracks and bus routes. In addition to transportation and power disruptions, the ice storm caused significant property damage. Homes and buildings with trees nearby were at risk of being struck by falling branches, which led to a number of incidents requiring emergency response teams. Several businesses had to temporarily close due to power outages or the inability of employees to safely get to work. Additionally, the freezing rain made cleanup efforts challenging, as it was difficult to remove the thick layer of ice from roads and walkways. Residents were urged to exercise caution while shoveling or salting their driveways, as the icy conditions were dangerous and could lead to slips and falls. Despite the severe impact, communities came together to support one another during this challenging time. Many residents helped their neighbors by checking on those without power, assisting with snow and ice removal, and offering shelter to those who needed it. Local emergency services were on high alert, responding to incidents related to fallen trees, accidents, and other emergencies caused by the storm. The ice storm that recently hit central and eastern Ontario is a stark reminder of the power of nature and the importance of preparedness. For those living in areas prone to such weather events, the storm underscored the need for emergency kits, alternative heating options, and contingency plans for both power and transportation outages. As the region recovers, authorities continue to assess the damage and assist residents in returning to normalcy.